Let's take a break from, I don't know what you'd call it, a little family quarrel with the Democrats or some of them, and with the progressives and some of them. Let's put this in the broader context of the insanity of what the Republicans are doing. Let's go to clip 1 and hear from a guy who is not known for being a radical lefty, Ben Bernanke, chairman of the Federal Reserve.
I think it would be a calamitous outcome. It would create a very severe financial shock that would have effects not only in the U.S. economy but on the global economy. We would destroy the trust and confidence that global investors have in U.S. Treasury securities as being the safest and most liquid assets in the world.
So what he's talking about here, of course, is if we fail to pass the debt ceiling, calamitous outcome, destroy the confidence that investors around the world have in U.S. Treasury bonds and investing in the United States government as being the most secure investment in the world, which it has been for many, 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 many years. Already, Moody's, one of the ratings agencies, and look, those ratings agencies are completely corrupt in many ways, compromised in how they make their decisions, but the last thing they would want to do is downgrade the U.S. as a reliable place to put your money, but they're talking about doing that already, downgrading our AAA rating. Now, the fact that they also gave a AAA rating to all those mortgage-backed securities that destroyed the economy doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a disaster if they took it away from the United States government. It would be immediately a disaster. See, everybody talks about how the president would only be able to spend 44% of what it takes to run the government if this thing doesn't pass. And yes, that's bad. That's really bad. But you know what's also really bad? If we lose that AAA rating, we're going to have to spend billions and billions and billions of dollars more every year just to pay the debts that we owe. Now, that's a disaster. If you're a party that says you believe in whatever you do, please keep spending down, then the last thing on earth you want to do is refuse to pass a lifting of the debt ceiling, an increase in the debt ceiling, because if you do, all hell breaks loose. It's fair to criticize guys like me as being armchair quarterbacks, but sometimes the guy in the armchair calls the plays better. So I'm not going to back down from saying that what the White House should have done from the very beginning is to say, you know what, guys, you're being irresponsible, and I'm not going to accept this level of irresponsibility. I'm certainly not going to make it sound, if somebody kidnaps my family, I'm not going to treat them as if we're just having another business negotiation. I may have to negotiate, but I'm not going to make everybody think that that's just another reasonable way to do business. It's not. So the communication side of this has completely failed, unless, as many people suspect, and I have some of my own experience with talking to administration officials to back that up, unless in some cases, you know, this was the crisis the president wanted. But whether or not you believe that, the mission is still the same for concerned citizens everywhere. The mission is speak up. The mission is let the White House know you don't like what's going on. Let your senators know you don't like what's going on. Let your representatives know what's going on. And if you think guys like me are too tough on the president, too tough on the Democrats, okay, feel free to think that. But even if you think that, remember this, you're helping them. Because if they're on record as cutting Medicare or Social Security, they're going to lose. They're going to lose even more than they've lost so far. They're going to lose the Senate. And the one thing I never thought is possible is now possible. If Mitt Romney or somebody reasonable seeming gets nominated on the Republican side, and granted, reasonable seeming is a stretch, even with Mitt Romney, the president could lose too. So if you're a presidential supporter, beg him not to cut Medicare or Social Security. Beg him to stop repeating Republican talking points. Remind him this isn't the 1990s. He's not Bill Clinton. People are terrified for the future. The economy for most Americans is either frighteningly insecure or in a shambles. Tell him now is not then. He's reading the wrong script for himself. Please, 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 Mr. President, don't do that.
She was walking with a limp.
Yeah.
Do I look cooler when I do that?
No.
No, not buying it. Put down your sandwich. I need to judge who ate the most. I won, right? Did Anna win?